Good morning, friends. It's Susan Smith with StampCreatively. I am here showing you a fan favorite from last week. I had camp last week, and I like to show you guys my one of the ones that they thought was a favorite. So here we go. And oops, now I'm muted. So if you send me a comment or hello, and thank you for the comment because I can't watch and stamp at the same time. It's a talent I don't have yet. So Abigail Rose is one of the ones that my customers requested that I do some things with. So I did a camp project with it, and it ended up being a fan favorite. So I'm going to show you how I put together the card. I needed a drink. It was a good one. I don't know where you're watching me from, but it's hot here. I got up, I washed my hair, and I was going to blow dry it for you, and I decided if it's just too hot, it's going to have to dry on its own. So if you look at me and go, dude, her hair, well, it's because it was too hot. All right, so here we go. Abigail Rose, designer series paper, a pretty ribbon, the stamp set, and then some great dies. It's got some really good things. So the project that I made, I used the stamp set. I used some blending brushes and some colors. I used the ribbon. This is crumb cake cardstock. And I used the designer series paper. So I told them the first thing they had to do was lay 5 things out. Oh, I'm missing one thing. The vanilla cardstock. Let me grab it. So they had to lay all of these things out before they did their project and just give themselves a minute to think about it. Here's the card that they made. I'll zoom in so you can see it, and then I'll zoom back out so you can see what I'm doing. So they stamped on designer series paper. They stamped on the ribbon. It opens this way, and then it opens this way. I mean, how cute is that? All right, so let me show you how we put that together. I forgot to mount this piece. I meant to, in my brilliance, was going to not totally clean up this project and put it in a container after camp. And I told myself I wasn't allowed to play with all my new product till I cleaned everything up. So I cleaned it all up, and then this morning I went, oh snap, this is what I was going to show. So I was scrambling to get everything out. Okay, so I used this stamp set. And let me show you how I assembled the card. It wasn't hard. You just had to give yourself a minute. And again, I told them they had to lay all these pieces out and just give themselves a minute to get their brain wrapped around it. So what I had them do was I had them score their cardstock at 4 1/4. You always need to make sure you use the cutting blade, the scoring blade, not the cutting blade, right? And then they needed to, and you know, everybody does this a little bit different, so you can do it any way you want. You can lay this down and then trim, or you can know you're going to cut about 1 1/4 off, or 1 inch off. So this is this piece of designer series paper. It's different than the one I used here because I used it all up at camp. I got to order some more. So I'm going to lay this down here. I'm sorry, this is 3 by 5 1/4. So now I'm going to trim off this, which is, like I said, 1 inch. So you can cut the inch off first, and then put this on, or you can put this on and then trim it. It's totally up to you. Okay, so we've added that piece. Now what I had them do was score this piece, which is 3 1/2. It's supposed to be 3 1/4, so I'm gonna by 4 1/4 is what it's supposed to be, because I have this piece. Oh no, it's 3 1/2. This is 3 by 4. Wait a minute, I'm gonna measure 3 by 3 1/2. So this is 3 3/4. All right, I'm gonna write this on here so we can see it for just a minute. All right, this one is 3 by 3 1/2. So this one is 4 1/4 by 3 3/4. Okay, so you can visually see. Okay, so now I'm going to score this at 1/4. Okay, so now I'm done with my cutting scoring blade. Okay, so now, then I had them tuck this way. So we're going to put some seal down the back. Fold this over. And then it's going to go on the inside of my card. Just like this. Okay. I'm going to stamp. I like the sleeve, so I'm going to stamp the sleeve down here. Okay, so now I'm got this. I'm going to put this piece of designer series paper right here. This is 1 inch by 5.5 because I wanted it to go the full length. So now I've got this. Now I'm going to cut my ribbon. This is that pretty ribbon that comes in that suite. It's called Natural Finish Ribbon. Okay, and so I'm going to kind of tie the bow and cut it because I'm going to stamp on the ribbon. So I'm going to lay this out. And I'm going to stamp on both sides of this ribbon. Early Espresso. That's the only ink I used to stamp. I can tell you my campers like stamping on the ribbon. And then I turned it over and did the other side. I mean, what's not to like about stamping some ribbon? So I always ask because I'm just curious. I mean, I've been doing this too long to get my feelings hurt. I'm always curious as to what their favorite card is and like why they liked it. And it's interesting because I will ask what their favorite card is before and then what their favorite card is after. And trust me, friends, it changes. They think they're going to like one and then they like one that surprises them. And they liked this. This needs to go over here in this corner if I want to get my words on. So I've got my best wishes. I'm going to put up here in this corner. Okay, so far so good. Do I need to zoom in here? Let's zoom in just a little bit more so you can see what I'm doing. Because now I'm going to color this. Again, I stamped on the designer series paper. This is the paper that comes in that suite. I added my best wishes. Both of those are in the stamp set. Best wishes can be all kinds of things. It can be birthday, anniversary, you survived the day. Well, best wishes isn't really you survived the day, but you can wish them best wishes that they make it through the day. Sometimes I need best wishes when I start the day. So this is Pear Pizzazz blending brush. Just added some color to my cute little flower. Then I have Blushing Bride. Same thing, gonna color my flower. And I'm not squishing, I'm tapping. If you're a squisher, you're gonna get too much ink on here. No squishing. If you're a squisher, you need to like go off on the side so you lighten it, because I'm just tapping it in there. No reason to get crazy. And then I took my Stampin' Right markers and I just kind of, again, I'm tapping. Look at me, right over the top of these flowers. I wanted a little Highland Heather up there. Lavender's, you know, purple's my favorite color, so I put it in as much as I can. And then here, there's the center of my flower. Now we're going to some assembly some assembly to be finished. Okay, so I wrote on here, which is fine. This is going to cover up part of it, and the ribbon's going to cover up the rest. So for those of you who were a little fearful, I'm fine. We're fine. This card will still be mailable to a friend with best wishes. Okay, so there we go. Now let's add our ribbon. I was FaceTiming with my grandchildren right before this started. Our daughter has 4 children and lives in the St. Louis area, and they've been going to VBS. So they were quoting their scripture verses to me, and really she calls me when she's trying to do Ingrid, she'll be 2 next month. Don't tell Kayla that, because she'll be super sad. So Ingrid will be 2 next month, and when Kayla tries to do her hair, she hates having her hair done. So we call and FaceTime me, so she'll sit, and normally I show her the dogs, and we do all this kind of stuff. And I didn't because I was busy getting ready for you guys. I'm like, guys, I gotta go. I want to hear your scripture verses. I want to hear all about VBS, but Gimmy's gotta go. Okay, I put a little adhesive down there to cover up my numbers that I put down there for you. And then the brushed metallic adhesives, I put those around here because I like the metal. And I mix my metals. I mean, they don't all have to be the same. Right. Let's put copper up here. All right, friends. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day. Oh, here, let me flip this over. Okay, so you can actually see I am here. Wait a minute, my mouse is dead. My mouse just died, right? I mean, so you get to see my arm. Sorry about that. See, here I am. Cheers. I'm still camp lifing it because that's what it was. This, you know, I mean, we like camp. I like camp a lot. I love having people to my house. It's my favorite thing. I get to cook for them. We get to hang out. We get to talk about life. And I just like having people here. So hopefully you can come to my house sometime. But that was a favorite camp card. Again, my mouse is dead. Oh, there it goes. No, it died. Nope, you're not going to see my arm because I'm going to move real fast. There you go. So there's my cards. Same thing, different DSP. Same thing. And thanks for joining me. You guys have a great day. Hopefully you're not too hot and you can enjoy some time inside. All right, friends, thanks for joining me. We'll see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.